Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. We are live on this beautiful Tuesday morning. And I'm honestly a little surprised. I thought we were going to get some more movement overnight, but we haven't really gone anywhere. Good morning, Paul. Hey, Bill, Roberta. Good day to you guys. Brand new day of the month, too. Should be interesting. Tomorrow especially, we got tariffs taking place. The market is going to be... It's going to be crazy, I believe. I'll be surprised if it's anything less than crazy. Morning, Squid. Hey, Yas. Yeah, we do have some news today. We got jolts and manufacturing at 10 a.m., which is typically a pretty big number that the market's waiting for. So yeah, I would expect to see a reaction there for sure. Okay, there's the opening bell. Random Mike, good morning. Archer, Toad, hey guys. All right, so as far as key levels, we broke above the low from 28th. When was that? Friday? Trading above that right now. We got yesterday's high above us. And yeah, if we get down back below that key level, that was the low from a couple days ago, we'd be looking at yesterday's low as well. Gonna shift some of these around because now some of those levels were broken. We're just gonna delete this line. So it's the bottom of the range anyway. So yeah, those are our key levels, basically 5.334, 5.672. Right now, we're literally like right in the middle of the range on the Nasdaq. And ES a little bit weak, kind of dropping here, but the Nasdaq's popping up, so it might want to join here in a second. Nice candle here. NQ leading the way up. And what's this high over here? What's that level? Oh, that's already been broken. Basically, we just have the overnight high, which is essentially yesterday's high. And then above that is a gap. Then did that get filled? Yeah, that got filled. So Nasdaq a little bit more spread out as far as levels go. Bearish candle, and we're back in the middle of the range. No trends in play. Hey, Oceans, Tom, Neil, good morning, y'all. Yeah, I do in general think that the market will be waiting for tomorrow. The news release at 10 a.m., you know, should provide a little bit of volatility, but not nearly as much as all the tariff stuff. Right now we have a pretty standard wedge going on. This is not a pattern that I would want to trade at all. Wedge right in the middle of a range. Let's wait for the market to actually go somewhere here. Oh, dang. There was just a nice second entry short on the Russell 2000. Wish I had that pulled up. That looked really good. Nasdaq trying to make a little move down. And yet again, bars are reversing. Good morning, gaming. Yes, making a little push. Now you will notice that we never did get to the top of the range. So low of the range, high of the range, right? Then back to the low. You would expect the market to go back to the high, but it did not. We came up to the halfway point and are working our way back. So that is a little bit of a bearish sign. We're seeing a little bit of selling pressure in the range. So as of this moment, we are more likely to break out to the bottom than we are to the top. That doesn't mean go short yet, but that's just information that we're taking in. So that being said, if we get to the bottom of the range, we'll not necessarily be interested in taking a long. Price is just going back and forth above and below the EMA right now. In Q, back to the middle. That little downtrend not getting the follow through that we would expect. And yeah, we're already seeing kind of what would be expected on a day like this before major news. Kind of likely to chop around like this. I would be expecting more of the same, more of this kind of dull, choppy action. Our best bet for today is if we get a really well-defined range, it's most likely to hold, but right now we don't really have that as the market has not gone to the top of the range right now. If we do right here, that will be great actually. We'll be looking for shorts up in this zone. Little trend we're going off here. Another turn down at the midline of the channel. ES is looking kind of heavy. We do now have 15 minutes before the news release. Throw a like on the stream, guys, while you're waiting. Would be much appreciated. Yeah, we do technically have 6:45, or sorry, 9:45 news as well, yeah. Won't be as impactful or significant as the one at 10 a.m. But yeah, probably best to avoid being in a position. All right, there's the 9:45 news. Seeing a slight uptick in volatility, but not too much. Final manufacturing did come in a little bit higher than expected. So a positive economic note. See you in the Discord, Mike. Nasdaq making another push up. Could it keep going all the way to the top of the range? Yes, gaming. No direction to the market is absolutely right. And even SPY's got a range within a range, so that's fun. Yeah, the best possible outcome right now would be that we meander our way to the top. So I don't want to see a big move. You know, you don't want to see this just rocket up to the top of the range. That will not be good. But if we can kind of, you know, come up and have a lot of choppy action that eventually gets us up to the top of the range, that will make a great short up there. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right now. We are getting that push up here. Don't get too excited, folks. In a range structure like this, these moves are very easily reversed. It will start to look really good. Everyone's going to get excited, and then door slam. Morning, Bruno. Yeah, so see, we're already starting to see a little bit of a reversal from this move up. Or at least a steep correction that if you bought the top, you're feeling it right now. We got news in about 9 minutes now. Little break of this move up here. Likely to push up a little bit more to get the new high at least. And Q throwing in a bearish candle. ES also looking like it wants to correct a bit. Hopefully we'll have a clear sense of direction after the news hits. Getting that second little push up. Nasdaq not really joining. It looks like it wants to drop more so. There we go. There's that drop. Did not quite have the juice to get all the way up to the top of the range. We're having a V-shaped reversal here. We had this move up on NQ, had a break, typically would expect a new high, getting a reversal. I guess this did come off an overshoot, so that is one sign that this could have happened. Yes, a little downtrend starting to take shape over here. And wouldn't you know it, that little downtrend is not having follow through. All right, well, I hope y'all aren't in a position hoping to get out before the news. If you are going to take a position, know what the risk is. You know, if you're just gambling on evals or something, know what you're doing there. Otherwise, good time to just sit back, sip that morning coffee. Shoot, I don't even have my water. And enjoy the fireworks. I don't know how much it's really going to be. Maybe it's only a couple volatile candles. Again, I think the overnight news is going to be the big one that the market's waiting for. So with that, this may actually not This may be more of a nothing burger, but we'll see. This has the most potential today to move the market. There we go. There is the news. And what's the actual number? Manufacturing came in lower than expected. Prices better than expected. And waiting for the job openings. It still hasn't posted on my feed here. Lower than expected. So some mixed economic news. Prices looking good. Not as many job openings. Manufacturing not looking so great. But as always with the news release, it really doesn't matter what we think is good or bad economic numbers. It only matters what institutions think. So we simply watch the charts to see what their opinion is. Right now, not much. We haven't, a couple of volatile candles, but we haven't really gone anywhere. Ian, what is the overnight news? Trump is revealing his tariff plan overnight, so that's going to be a big one. Or rather, not overnight, but tomorrow morning. I don't know the exact time, but tomorrow that is supposed to be going down. So all I mean is that the markets are going to be, the institutions are going to be ready tomorrow. And any little news one way or the other, I think we could see some big positioning. So could be wrong. Maybe the market won't do anything about it. But you have to be aware of those possibilities. Octopus is going all micros. Dang, Archer, your neighbor's bird feeder got ripped apart by a black bear. That's nuts. I was born in South Lake Tahoe. I still have family there, and bears are just like part of the deal. That's like, it's like seeing a stray dog or something. Like, oh yeah, there's a bear. All right, so this little downtrend played out, move down, break new low. We're getting the bounce that we would expect, and same on NQ, move down, break new low. We would expect a bounce there. We're getting it. Just hoping for some sort of trend. I'm obviously not expecting an all-day trend or anything, but give us some sort of movement that's consistent. I mean, zoom out. This has done absolutely nothing for 4 hours now. We have not gone anywhere. So that's fun. Yeah, I have a little bit of a wider downtrend, but it doesn't really matter because it already has a break and a new low. I mean, maybe, could I do it like that? Yeah, maybe. Maybe you could do this. Okay. It doesn't look great on Nasdaq. You can't really have that same wide trend there. Either way, I'm not going to take a short right into the support level, though, unfortunately. I would have to see this move completely clear the overnight low and then retest like that. That would be the only way I'd short. We are right at the low of the day. Market may want to make a new one. All right, there we go. New low of the day. Now we're watching this overnight low level. We've had a couple touches here. And again, if we can break through it and then retest as resistance, that would be a short that I'd be willing to take. Same on the Nasdaq. I would need to see us break clear of all these overnight levels and then retest them as resistance. That would be where I'd be looking for the short. Okay, we're below that level. Yeah, Archer, I see you're seeing an overshoot. Definitely possible if you have this trend nice and tight to these lows right here. It does look like we may be overshot a little bit, but if it doesn't react as an overshoot, we'll widen it. It's very slight. The ATR is still really high today. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it is still nearly, well, 4.5 points on ES, which is pretty large. 24 points on the Nasdaq. That is quite a bit, especially on a range day. Dangerous. All right, so this the new low is holding so far. See if we can get a short on a pullback. Would like to see the Nasdaq follow along. It has not broken the overnight low yet. Still within the range. So again, we're looking for this pullback now that we have broken below the overnight low. We want to come back, retest it, and we want it to hold. So we want to have this pattern right here. One test, one attempt lower, second test, bearish bar. That's where we would take the short. So that is what we're looking for. We're hovering on the bottom of this channel. Do not want to see an overshoot here. Need the pullback soon for nice, healthy price action. NQ still hasn't technically broke the overnight low, but we are below that range low. Would consider a short on a pullback, but it sure looks a lot healthier on ES. So that's where our focus is going right now. Okay, here we go. Here's our pullback. Let's see what we got. Would like to see it get all the way to the moving average. We have a double bottom there, so we are resetting our count, still watching this pullback. Still haven't got the pullback on NQ. My goodness, this market is just reluctant to do anything right now, isn't it? Still have not yet touched the EMA, so we can't look to short just yet. Need it to get back to our key level. Feel like we might get a violent reaction out of here. I'm just rewinding to see if there's any significance of this level from yesterday. It doesn't really look like it. So many equal lows on the bottom there. No setup there, unfortunately, but the downtrend continues. We got a new low. Everything's fitting really nice in this trend. NQ as well, as long as it doesn't overshoot here. It's very close though. It looks like it might. Woo, there's a pop right there. That is why you have to be careful on these low volume trickles. You know, all of a sudden you can get this big spike. But we're watching the EMA closely. If this gets rejected, we're going to take that short. Yeah, that's not what you want to see if you're looking for a short there. Toad. You got me dying on that one. You gotta be careful with those low volume trickles. I mean, are you ever too old for potty humor? I don't think so. Maybe that's because I'm a dad of 2 little boys, but oh man. NQ going back to test that range low as well. If we're looking for a short, we're going to need to see some rejection very soon. Get below the moving average. Give us something like that. So far, it's not happening. ES has a chance here. 2-legged move already played out to the upside. Looking for a push down and then a lower high. NQ pretty strong on this bounce here. Still not getting that push down. This bounce is getting more legs. And we're back basically in the range action. So this will be really unfortunate if this downtrend does not get the second leg that we would typically anticipate with price action. If it doesn't, if we just keep coming up and, you know, start chopping around in here, it's a really bad sign for price action today. And basically, we'll expect it to look like this the rest of the day. So hopefully, even if we don't get a trade to the downside, hopefully just for the sake of good price action, we can get that move down here. Otherwise, again, this is our fate for the day. So for the short, we need a push below the moving average and to get a lower high. That's it. That's all we got to get. This can push down and then we basically break and retest that EMA. That's what we're wanting. So here we go. Got a couple of candles down. This is what we would hope for. Pretty strong green bar there. Right when we were starting to get some movement to the downside. Unfortunate. In Q, the EMA held here. Getting that second push up. ES looks like it wants to push up too. Hey, Michael. Yeah, welcome, man. Good to have you. Good to have you. Channel has grown a little bit. Toad, no, I don't think we are likely to test the lows at this point. This was our chance to get going down to the lows. Uptrend played out. We had to move down below the EMA. That's when you'd want to see some follow through, and instead we pushed back up. So no, I don't think that we are going to be getting a new low at this point. Most likely we're going to be heading back into this nonsense in here and just chop around, and it's not gonna be good. So that's kind of what I'm predicting for the rest of the day. I wish I had more reason to be positive about solid price action. Just don't think it's going to happen. So Trade small today, guys. We're gonna just have to mainly look for reversals. Wait for little trends to play out, and then take the higher low or the lower high in the opposite direction. That's gonna be the likely play for the day. Hope it's a great one for you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna shoot over to the Discord. Link is below for those that want to join us over there. We're gonna hunt some setups. Gonna enjoy the rest of the day. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, catch you next time. Have a great day. Later.